What's up everyone, Saintsfan back again with another GTA Online episode of Did You Know? And today, did you know about fast travel and how you can get across the map without doing anything while being AFK? Some people may know, because it has been in the game for a while, but I feel like I never see anyone use it, and it's such a useful little feature. Now, as you can see, we're just leaving our facility, which is up in Sandy Shores. And let's say I want to get down to the city really quickly. You know, obviously, if I wanted to drive there, I'd probably just take this route, and it'll get me there. But that'll take a couple minutes. And then especially if you have like something up in Paleto Bay, to get all the way down to the city, I mean, that's going to take a good maybe 5 minutes. If you're driving, if you're flying, it's still going to take a decent amount of time. And maybe you don't want to waste that time. Maybe you just want to get down to the city. You want to get down to your office or something, right? So the first way, the main way, and this is like the way that Rockstar intended it to work, that you fast travel by, is loading up your contacts and then calling your assistant. Now, because you're calling your assistant, that means you need to own an office building, but I think everyone has an office building by now. And what we're going to do is request this luxury helicopter. Now, it is $5,000, but that's nothing really. You know, you can rob someone, kill them, and get $5,000 relatively quickly. So we're going to call it, and you can see on the minimap, it's going to spawn over here. It's kind of like the Merryweather helicopters in that they spawn near you. Now this person, our pilot, will actually land, unlike the Merryweather pilots. Although, are they going to land on the roof? No, she's landing in the courtyard. Okay, so what we're going to do, break through this fence if I can. We're going to get in. And there's multiple things that you can actually fast travel to. So when I get in, it'll give me the option to quick travel or set a waypoint. Now, quick travel actually takes me to some of my CEO buildings. Shut up, lady. I'm trying to freaking talk. But you can see it takes me to the business center, which is my office, the Vinewood backlot, which I actually don't know what that is. Oh, I think that's part of the crate system. And then I believe the convenience store lockup is also part of the crate system. And then obviously the vehicle warehouse. Now you can set your waypoint. And if you do this, like if I set a waypoint, let's just say the airport, and then I hit go, she'll actually drive me there. So it's kind of like a taxi in the air. So that's one way of getting across the map while AFK. Now, I will let you guys know sometimes she is pretty stupid. And I have had her run into a few buildings. I don't think that's intentionally or that's not supposed to happen. But, yeah. And then obviously the big one, I mean, we're a sitting duck up here. And this lady doesn't know how to fly. So if you're in a public session, I think people are going to end up killing you. So this isn't really that practical. Now at the bottom, if I hit quick travel, this is where this comes in handy. So like I said, if I want to go to my office, I'll just hit A on the Arcadius Business Center, and boom, I will fast travel there. And it's very odd how fast traveling is a thing in an online game, but it works. And now you can see I'm back at my office. So imagine if you were up in Paleto Bay and you wanted to fast travel to the city in a legit way, this is how you do it. Now, what you can see here, if I don't get blown up by this guy in the Deluxo, we are not a CEO, and we can still do this. So, let's see if this guy comes after. I don't think he actually is. But, I'm not a CEO, and you can still... He's getting shot at. And you can still call this and use this. So, the luxury helicopter is the first way to fast travel across the map. Now, unfortunately, the downside of this is that most of the places that you fast travel to are down in the city. So if you want to go up north, then you know there's not really an option with the luxury helicopter to fast travel up north. You can, like I showed, put a waypoint. You know, you can hit start, get in your luxury helicopter, put a waypoint up here, and she'll fly up there. But like I said, if you're in a public session like that dude in the Deluxo would have 100% shot me, just because, you know, that's how people work in this game. So let's say I do want to go up north. You have a couple of options apart from the luxury helicopter flying up there. You could, you know, call a taxi. I could easily go to my settings, find the cab company, and then get in and tell them to go up there. I believe if you go on passive mode in a taxi too, you should be fine. But that is a taxi, and driving from here at NPC speed, if I'm going up north, that's going to take even longer than driving by yourself. And if you're going AFK, I guess, for a longer time, maybe it's worth it. But the taxi isn't anything special. But the best way to do this is actually with, I don't think it's a glitch, but we're going to use heists. So you can see in my phone list, I have 2 heist setups. Now, I'm actually going to show you guys how you can get this sorted, because you do have to host the heist, and that means you have to spend some money. So this is how you get it set up to do this. So here what we're going to do is we're inside of our facility now, and we're going to actually start up one of these heists, or at least pay to have the option to start it up. And I'm just going to pick the middle one. I mean, yeah, you could pick the one that costs the least amount, but I figured if I ever were to do one of these heists, it'd be the middle one, because it balances the difficulty level with the amount you get paid. So we're just gonna start it up now. Yeah, 95,000 to fast travel, you know, or 65,000 like this top one. Is that worth it? Obviously that's gonna depend on you, but I just got the money from the free week, so we're gonna go ahead and proceed. So now, after watching the cutscene, we have the Bogdan problem, and we are in a free mode lobby, public lobby, and we have the option to start that whenever we want. So like I mentioned, you have to spend the money to get this, but it's worth it if you use it a lot. We have both of these options, and this one right here, the Lester heist setup, this is from the original heist, and I actually started those heists in this apartment right here, the apartment kind of near Moore's Mutual. So if I go back to my job list, hit accept on this, and let it load, it will keep me in the same session, and it'll put me inside of that apartment. Now for these old heist missions, and then you can just hit B, by the way, and walk out. But for these old heist missions, it just depends on which apartment you want to do it in. So let's say if you want to, I don't know, fast travel to this apartment, then you can do it here. You know, you can do it in any of these high-end apartments that allow you to do heists. You just got to pick the best place to do it, right? But once we're in here, all we need to do is walk outside, and we have fast traveled. And this also works with the new heist, the Doomsday heist. So my facility is up here in Sandy Shores. Now again, if you had a facility up here in Paleto Bay or anywhere else, this would also work. But we have ours right here. So all we're going to do is, since we paid the money, we have it here. I can be at the freaking airport, but I'm in the middle of the city. We're going to accept it. Okay, so we have to be a CEO. I forgot that. So yeah, it didn't let us do it because we weren't registered as either a CEO or an MC. But now that we have registered as a CEO or an MC, you can see we are now teleported all the way to our facility. And the only unfortunate part about this place is you're gonna have to freaking run through this entire giant freaking building to get out. But it's way quicker and way easier to fast travel up here than it was, or than it would be if I were to have called a helicopter or driven up here. So there you guys have it. Hopefully this video helps some of you guys out. Unfortunately, some of the people that play GTA Online use these sort of tricks to their advantage in like PvP situations. Like if you're, you know, just wrecking them, then they will teleport out so they can get away. But I guess you could technically do that too. The thing I mainly use this for, though, is to just get around the map way quicker, you know? Like I said, if you space out enough stuff, then you could have some really, really good fast travel points. I actually did forget to mention one thing, though. This one isn't fast traveling. It's kind of like the luxury helicopter with the waypoint, where it can get you across the map while AFK. And this does require a hangar because you need one of the new aircrafts that have the bomb option. And the way this works, and it's again similar to the luxury helicopter in that you may get shot down because you can't do this in passive mode, but the way this works, we're gonna open the bomb doors. Now it may be hard to see at night, but you can see we open the bomb doors, right? And if we're gonna head straight towards Mount Chiliad, and if we hit B on our controller to get the bomb camera. I'm not touching my controller right now, and the plane will fly. And it should not hit this mountain. It may be a little close as we're slowly flying over it, but it should go over everything in this game. It's sort of like it auto tracks everything, and you know, if you're in the city and stuff. Oh, what the heck? There's a vault right there. Did you guys see that? Oh my God, we're finding Easter eggs while we're doing this. But you can see we have raised altitude. We have gone over Mount Chiliad. So if I'm up here in Paleto Bay and I call my helicopter, I mean not my helicopter, but if I call my plane and I want to get down to the city, I could be as low as possible, hit B, walk away, and you know, in a couple minutes I'll be in the city. So now there you guys have it. That is it. Hopefully we don't crash into the maze bank. Looks like we are going to go right over it. So yeah, it does gain altitude, but those hopefully were some tips that you guys can use in GTA Online, whether it is the fast travel with the heist, the fast travel with the CEO luxury helicopter, or the going across the map while AFK with the CEO waypoint helicopter, and this right now, the bomb camera. I feel like these are some really, really great tips that many people don't really take advantage of. But anyway, thank you all for watching. We're probably going to crash here because I suck at flying. But please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more awesome GTA content. There's a guy up here. We are not going to kill him, but we are going to crash into him. But thank you all. And as always, that guy's lagging. I will see you guys, though, in the next one. Okay, well, that guy crashed into him.